A very big hello to my Chutku champions out there. How are you all doing? I hope every one of you is doing absolutely great, and I also hope you guys are watching our YouTube shorts. And are you liking it? So we are trying to think like you guys, how actually you go and face examination. What are the things that you face while studying for the examination? What do you do, or what do you think of when you are in the examination hall? So we think of all the aspects, and that's how we make the YouTube shorts, and we definitely wish that it is helping you in some ways. If at all it is, you have to let us know, and you have to share it with your friends as well. And let me tell you, this video also is going to be helpful for you guys. So I am Jasmine Joy, and I am going to tell you what you have to do from the month of September to the month of February when your examination is there. So September is almost over, and almost some of you have already finished off their half-yearly examination. For some of you it might still be going. So let me ask you a question. How is the journey going on? Or for those who have already finished off, how was your half-yearly examination? Well, if it was good, then kudos to you. I appreciate your hard work, your smart work, everything. If at all it was just fine, then the second question comes into the picture, that is, did you actually give your 100% or not? So we have to be, definitely we have to be sad when we are giving 100% and still not scoring marks. But if at all we are not giving 100% and we realize it, that we have not. And we also know that if we give 100%, then there is nothing in this universe that could stop us from getting that full on full in all the subjects out there. So if at all you have that realization that, ma'am, I think that my preparation was not up to the mark, then it's high time to what? Work on it. And we will work on it. Have that optimistic attitude. Okay, don't be, okay, if at all your half-year exams were not that good, don't sit like that, oh my God, I'm good for nothing, I cannot do anything. I actually studied in what all ways I can. Then probably change the way. If that is not working, then you have to change the way. Let me tell you one very important thing. The half-yearlies, the pre-boards, everything out there, they are just going to give you an idea. They are just trials. Your main exam is in the month of February. So with the help of trials, what's the use of trials, my dear children? What is the use of rehearsal? Before any drama, we do something that is known as rehearsal, right? What is it? Basically, we want to spot out the mistakes out there and we want to rectify it. Just think half-yearly examination, your pre-board examination, just like that, and keep on learning new things. Do not be just sad about the setback that you have got. Rather than that, be happy that, okay, you got to realize that this is a mistake and I can clear it up on my examination day. I will be giving my 100% out there. Can you do that? And now, if we come to the video's purpose, that is, I want you to realize that it's not 6 months or any other months which are, any other n number of months which are remaining, my dear children. You just have few months out there. Why? Why do I say so? Because this is September and your half-yearly examination might be going on, or you might have completed it. Now you have October, November, December. In the month of January, you would be having your pre-boards. In the month of February, you would be having your boards, right? Now in some school, you also might have 3 pre-boards. That means pre-board number 3 would be in the month of January. In December, there will be one more pre-board, and in November also you might have pre-board. Okay, so 3 pre-boards might be there, or if not 3, at least 2 pre-boards would be there. So in December there would be 1, and then in your January month there could be 1. So roughly speaking, how many months do we have? 2 months. That is October as well as November. In each month, how many days do we have? 31, 30, right? 61 in total. And how many chapters do you have in each subjects? You just think of it. You have n number of chapters. So how are you planning to complete it? Some of you might have completed some chapters out there in the month of, in the September month during your half-yearly examination. Now you have to understand that if you are going to move ahead without a proper planning or strategy, you might not finish up your syllabus out there. So every time when an examination comes, obviously it's a human deal. Even if you think that is a rehearsal, you will definitely work for it, and you will be just focused on the examination. You won't be able to cover all the syllabus out there which is still left. You won't think that, okay, for boards I have to study. You study for the examination that is coming in front of you. Which is why I want to tell you, let's forget these months. Let's forget at least, let's just remember October, November, and partially half of December. Okay, half of December also we have. So 15 days, we can count 15 days. So 61 plus 15, almost 76 days are there, my dear children. And these 76 days have Diwali, Dussehra, a lot of things coming up there. So without a strategy, it's not gonna work. And I'm going to tell you what should be your strategy up over here. So in every month, you have 4 weeks. In every week, my dear children, every single day, you have to target one difficult chapter, one medium chapter, and one easy chapter. Different subjects. Okay, different subjects you can carry. And suppose if at all you feel that I'm losing the track of it, or one chapter is associated with other chapter, probably the medium and the easy chapter can be clubbed up together, the same subject. That's not a problem. It's according to you how you want to deal with it. But definitely have this one difficult chapter every single day. If at all you think that I will face this chapter later on, you might never finish it. And I am telling you, those chapters which feels difficult for you, those are the chapters which are of high weightage as well. So we cannot unsee them. We have to see them. Okay, we should acknowledge that, okay, this is difficult, but if I try, I can really do it. So when I say that difficult, medium and easy chapter is there, I should also tell you what you should do in a day, how you should be dividing your time for that. So let's go ahead and let me give you some slots. So in your day, you should be having at least 4 slots. One slot of 1 hour should be given to mathematics. Now, as I said, if at all in this day you are taking a difficult chapter of mathematics, then you have to take one easy chapter and one easy chapter and one medium chapter for the other 2 subjects out there. Okay, so one difficult chapter, which is mathematics, I will recommend you start in the morning. So morning times are the fresh time, because your brain will be all fresh. Nothing over dramatic things won't be happening in your head. So it's the perfect time for you to go ahead with the subject, which is mathematics. You can give 1 hour for it. 20 minutes you can go through the formulas, understand how you have to apply it, and rest. Okay, rest 40 minutes which are still there, you can start solving questions. The in-text questions, your NCERT in-text questions are really important for you to practice. So over here, 20 minutes, please look for the formulas out there, and rest 40 minutes that you have to make sure you are solving questions. Now again, you can segregate. Okay, your in-text questions and the previous year questions. You can at least try to include 5 previous year questions. In that way, you are including what happened in the previous years, and there are high chances that these questions can show up in a different format this year as well. So can you do that? So 20 minutes for formulas, 40 minutes for question practice, and in that 40 minutes, you're solving your NCERT in-text questions and whatever other books that you're having, but also making sure that you're solving at least 5 previous year questions. At least 5. This should be your target. Okay. Now slot number 2 would be mostly after you come from your school. Okay, after you come from your school, make sure you are revising what you were taught in the school. Obviously, you might be taught something in the school, something. So make sure you're just going through it. I am telling you, you might feel that it's of no use. But in school, there might be, not all teachers might be so great. You might not understand everything up there. But if at all you put at least 5% of your effort, you will get something out of the school, my dear children. And if you bring that in home and you revise it by yourself, you will have that, enthusiasm to do it by yourself as well. Okay, you will try to study by yourself as well. So make sure you're going through it so that you have a link. So the next day when you go to school, you understand it better. So because you already revised it now, you know where the teacher is, what is she or he teaching, and you would be able to relate to it better. So please make sure you're utilizing those 30 minutes for that. And after that, there is slot 3 where it is of 1.5 hours. And in this 1.5 hours, make sure you're either picking up science or social studies. You can do it alternatively. Either science or social studies alternatively, or if at all you do not want that, I'll give you second plan also. But suppose you're taking science, you have to make sure you're taking a medium weightage chapter, medium difficulty chapter over here, because over here you have already taken a difficult chapter. So do not make your day so much packed. In that way your head will get jammed. So don't do that. So take a medium difficulty chapter in science, study it for 1.5 hours. Make sure over here you are going through the NCERT, and if at all you need, please refer the one-shot videos. If you're getting stuck with NCERT, a lot of times, my dear children, do not waste your time. Watch a one-shot video, come back to your NCERT, read it. You might understand it better. But reading NCERT is very, very important. You will get questions line to line. Okay, so 1 hour you can spend on understanding the concept, knowing the chapter and everything out there. 30 minutes which is there, my dear children, I will request you to please solve previous year questions. In this whole 30 minutes, just the previous year questions. That would be enough. From whatever chapter that you studied, if at all you're spotting the previous year question, if at all you have a book that is Oswald and things like that, you have chapter by segregation of it. If at all you solve it, it's pretty good for you guys. Okay, done? Fine. If at all, on the other hand, you are choosing social studies, make sure again you're going through the NCERT, going through the one-shot videos, looking for the map works as well, and trying to try to pick at least 5 questions out there in the 30 minutes and try to write the answer for it, at least the key terms for it. So every subjects have different strategy. You have to follow that. Over here, when you are solving science question also in the 30 minutes, make sure you're just writing the keywords. Don't put the entire thing. No, it's just for you to understand that, oh, I know the answer or I do not know the answer. You will get an understanding of it when you try to do it by yourself. The same goes with social studies as well. Okay, you should understand where you should write more and where you should write less. Got it? Now this is the slot 3, and then there is a slot 4 which would be of 1 hour, mostly towards the night, where 30 minutes can be used for the languages. Okay, in the language there is always mostly it is the easier one, the language is mostly easier one. So 30 minutes would be for the language and 30 minutes would be to sum up everything that you have studied in a whole day. So science or social and then mathematics that you have studied in the whole day. In this way you have to divide your day. Now if at all you feel that, ma'am, I want to study social and science, both of them on the same day, then in the slot 4 you can add up one subject, that is social, and English probably you can do alternatively. Okay, you can do alternatively, or if you think that this does not make any sense for you guys, you can shift this 30 minutes of English over here and you can use this 1 hour totally for what? For studying the social studies subject which is there. Either way, whatever way you feel it's nice for you. Listen, this is something that I am telling you, but you know where you stand. You know how many chapters you have covered. So first of all, before doing all this thing out there or before making up this plan out there, you should be, this is your job, to make up what? To make a list of chapters subject wise. Social, this chapter, this chapter, this chapter, this chapter are the high weightage chapter. That means it gives me most amount of marks. So this should be on your priority list. 1, my dear children. Never ever miss this chapter. You should not be missing any chapters, but these chapters, even if however difficult they are, try to finish it up. Okay. In that way, you should have it for all the subjects. If at all you have it for all the subjects, that is maths and science as well as the languages. If not languages, at least maths and science also, my dear children, it will be really good for your preparation. You would not be aimless. You know what is important, what is not. Suppose you are spending 3 days of your time for something which is not important. Is it worth it? Obviously no. If it all does not give you marks and you're still spending time on it, is it worth it? The answer is a big no. So make sure you are having this list and you spend enough time for the high weightage chapter and not too much time for the chapters which are of low weightage. Clear? And then only you should be making up this list. So have a week's plan. Don't make all the week's plan. Have a week's plan. What are you going to study in this particular week? That's all. Each week have a plan. And this day, or if not week's plan, at least a day's plan. I am going to study this. If at all you might, if you see a week, probably you might get lost in it. I do not want you to go through it. So if at all you can make a day plan, that is also enough. So we know what to study in a day. That's all. Okay. Can you do that? And you should follow it religiously. And make sure, you are not able to fit in revision in any slots, but still, before going to bed, 10 minutes of revision is necessary. Otherwise, you will forget what you have studied. 10 minutes of revision for you to be in the loop. And when you come to Sundays, my dear children, make sure you're doing revision and also you're doing revision. How do you do revision? Obviously, whenever you study a chapter, when it comes to social and science, you are going to make something that is known as a 1-pager summary. Whenever you study a chapter, make sure you're trying to make a one-pager summary, and this page is something that you can use for your revision. And apart from that, try to solve questions in the revision. So if at all you spend 3 hours for 3 subjects, that is 1 hour mathematics, 1 hour social studies, and 1 hour science. Okay, you are going to study everything that can you complete everything that you have studied in a whole week in this one day? Yes, you can. When can you do that? If at all you are someone who revisits often, if at all you are someone who tries to revise things often within a gap of 3 days. So today I studied this and I revised, that's all, and then I'll do it on Sunday. No, that does not work. These one-pager thing that you are making, over here you make 1-pager formula sheet, over here you make 1-pager summary. These sheets are something that you have to refer every 3 days gap. Otherwise you will forget, my dear children. If you wait till Sunday to revise everything, you will forget everything. Now when it comes to Sunday, you have a backup of everything and you could revise things better, and you would also have time for solving enough amount of questions. Whenever you have a study session, if at all you are not including a question practice, then this study session is incomplete, let me tell you that. Okay, so make sure you are including question practice. Fine. So October is for your syllabus coverage, and November is also for your syllabus coverage. December partially is for your syllabus coverage, and then comes the mock. That means you have to, by this time, okay, by December mid, your syllabus should be totally covered and you should pick up the previous year question papers as a whole. Until now you were solving it chapter by chapter, but now you are taking a question paper and you are going to solve the whole question paper. At least 5 years question paper, previous year question paper, you should be able to solve it, my dear children. You should be able to include one sample paper which has been released in the year 2025 for this year, academic year. So 5 previous year question paper and 1 sample paper practice should be done before the month of January, when your pre-boards are going to start, your final pre-boards are going to start. Okay, so this final pre-board will give you enough amount of idea. Until now it was trial. Now this is the last trial round that you are having, and this gives you a lot of idea. Then by the month of February you will be having your boards, and tada, you are all prepared. That's all. So do you think that you will be able to do it? If at all you think that yes ma'am, I can definitely do it, then what do you have to do? First of all, click on the like button. Tell me in the comment section that yes ma'am, I am in. And also do not forget to subscribe to the channel, because over here in this channel, my dear children, you are going to get a lot of things. So we are just building up the channel, but we have all of the things in backup happening, which is going to help you in your whole preparation. And I'm telling you, you can trust us 100%. And for those of you who is comfortable in English, this is all the more advantageous, because all the classes would be in English, so that it can be easy for you to understand. So that's all. Wishing you all the best. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye. Take care.